Kaiza. Kaiza was a fisherman who arrived in the Land of Waves many years before the main events. He became a father figure to Inari and a hero to the country for his deeds. Unfortunately, he was unjustly convicted and executed by Gato because he could represent an obstacle to his business. Haku. Haku was an orphan from the Land of Water and a descendant of the Yuki clan. He later became a shinobi under Zabuza Momochi's tutelage, whom he later partnered with. He was a loyal follower and Zabuza considered him as his adopted son. Haku died on a bridge in the Lands of Waves, fighting against Team 7, Kakashi, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. He sacrificed himself to protect Zabuza against Kakashi's Raikiri. Before he died, he grabbed Kakashi's arm, hoping that in death he would be at least useful to Zabuza in defeating his opponent. Zabuza Momochi. Zabuza Momochi was a missing nin, a ninja who betrayed and abandoned his own village from Kirigakure, the Mist Village. He was one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the Mist. Zabuza also died on a bridge under construction. After Haku's death, Zabuza is mortally wounded after the fight against Kakashi and the Team 7. He died being stabbed multiple times by thugs hired by Gato, the one who hired him to assassinate those who were building the bridge. He ultimately dies next to Haku, expressing his regret and showing a more compassionate side in his final moments. Gato. Gato was a shipping magnate and founder of the Gato Company. He was also secretly a drug dealer, as well as the owner of a smuggling business, and attempted to take control of the Land of Waves. After the battle on the bridge between Team 7 and Zabuza, Gato arrived with a group of folks, intent on killing the mercenary so that he would not have to pay him for his full services. Gato was killed by Zabuza holding a kunai in his mouth. Hayate Gekkou. Hayate Gekkou was a special jonin from the Konoha Gakure. He was particularly skilled in kenjutsu, and well respected by the other Konoha ninjas. Hayate was the proctor during the final rounds of the Chunin exams. The night before the finals, he discovers about the plot of the Sand and Sound village to invade Konoha. After hearing the conversation between Baki and Kabuto, he was sensed by the two and chased down and killed by Baki's Blade of Wind technique. Dosu Kinuta. Dosu Kinuta was a genin from the village of Sound and leader of Team Dosu. He participated in the Chunin exams under Orochimaru's secret orders. Dosu attempts to ambush Gaara that night before the final rounds of the Chunin exams, but the luck wasn't with him and got killed effortlessly by the Gaara transformation. Tsuchi. Tsuchi was also a member of the Sound Genin trio that attempts the Chunin exams. He was betrayed by Orochimaru and then used as a sacrifice to reanimate the first and second Hokage during his battle against the third. Zaku Abumi. Zaku Abumi was the third genin of the Sound trio that participated in the Chunin exam. Unfortunately, like Kin, he was killed and used by Orochimaru to complete the Kuchiyose Edo Tensei technique. Hiruzen Sarutobi. Commonly remembered as Sarutobi, he was the third Hokage of the Konoha village and was called a professor as he mastered a very high number of techniques. His surname means jumping monkey, and this is supported by the fact that with his summon technique, he summons a monkey. The first and second Hokage also called him Monkey. Sarutobi was the master of the 3 legendary Sannin, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru. Sarutobi sacrifices himself using the Reaper Death Seal to seal away Orochimaru's arms, thereby preventing him from using any ninjutsu. This act was meant to protect Konoha from further harm. Fun fact, it's clear that the legendary character Sarutobi is inspired by the legend of the Monkey King, Wukong, even if the only simian things he has is the name and his summon. Yashamaru. Yashamaru was Gaara's caretaker and uncle. He was ordered by the 4th Kazekage to assassinate Gaara because the kid had showed multiple times his inadequacy to control the power of the Biju inside him. After failing to ambush and kill the kid, Yashamaru reveals his hatred to Gaara and deliberately dies of suicide using an explosion trying to bring Gaara with him. Before we continue, remember to subscribe and leave a like to support the channel. Oh, and don't forget to watch till the end because there is a bonus. Jirobo. Jirobo was a shinobi of the village of Sound and a member of the Sound Quartet. He is also a guardian of the South Lair. He participated in the attack on Konoha village where he erected a barrier to allow Orochimaru to duel alone with the 3rd Hokage. He is later sent by Orochimaru, together with the other 3 of the quartet, to bring Sasuke Uchiha to the Sound village. In an attempt to slow down Konoha's pursuers, he decided to face them alone. After a long fight with Choji, Jirobo was defeated with a fatal punch in the chest after the latter had ingested all 3 of the Akimichi clan's special pills, which gave him monstrous power-up. Kidomaru. Kidomaru was the second member of the Sound Four, known for his ability to create and manipulate spiderwebs and his skill with the bow. Despite Kidomaru's clever tactics and his formidable bow skill, he lost to Neji's Byakugan and his Juken martial art. Neji defeats him, hitting his inner body through his own spiderweb by using the Juken technique. Tayuya. Tayuya is the only girl in the Sound Quartet. She has an aggressive temperament, but she is really strong. Her main weapon is a flute. She can summon 3 powerful demons and control them, the demonic flute, to fight for her. She can also create illusion by playing melodies. Her preference for long-distance combat makes her vulnerable and weak to close combat. After a long skirmish with Shikamaru, where she almost prevailed, she got killed by Tamari, who came in to assist the lazy boy. Unfortunately, the Sand Ninja's slashing wind techniques are the natural counter to her sound manipulations. Sakon and Ukon. Sakon and Ukon are 2 Siamese twins living in the same body. They have a great regenerative ability and are considered the strongest of the 4 of the quartet. They have an evil mind with sadistic tendencies. If necessary, the 2 can also separate and fight together. After a long fight with Kiba during the chase to get Sasuke back, Sakon and Ukon are killed by Kankuro, who gets the upper hand thanks to his puppets. Fun fact, Ukon behaves more like a parasite being than a normal human. This can be deducted from the fact that he manages to enter Kiba's body and take control of it from the inside. Kimimaro Kaguya. Kimimaro was the only survivor of the Kaguya clan and was a faithful student to Orochimaru. He was once the 5th and the leader of the Sound Quintet, but due to a very serious illness, he left the group. During Sasuke's pursuit, Kimimaro went towards the quartet to support them and stop the pursuers. In the process, he faced Rock Lee and Gaara. An epic battle ensued, where the 2 could barely stand up to the Sound Ninja. Unfortunately, Kimimaro died due to his illness shortly before defeating his 2 opponents. Rasa. Rasa was the 4th Kazekage and father of Gaara. He was betrayed and killed by Orochimaru after they formed an alliance to invade Konoha. Bonus: Team Shigure. Team Shigure was one of the genin teams participating in the Chunin selection exams. Their names are Shigure, Midare, and Bayu. They come from the Rain Village, and all members carry umbrellas with nails and oxygen tanks. They had the unfortunate fate of clashing with Team Gaara during the 2nd round of the exams, who killed them in a very easy way.